My resolution for this year this is part two, is, and perhaps we'll turn this into an actual video, is to let go of Fortnite. Let go of Fortnite. I hadn't played it in 5 years, and I was like, you know what, I'm home. I played it for a few months, and I broke my record. I got a 26 kill, 27, 28 kill. Solo squad wins. 3 solo squad wins, 28 kills. 27. I got a 27 and 28 kill game back to back. I hit my flow. I hit my peak. Okay, 5 years ago, my highest kill game was 14. 5 years later, I was a different person. I play this game. Although it's not my main focus in life, it's not currently paying me, and it tends to sometimes be used as a distraction and a numbing device. And I said, if I want to go all in on my actual goals, I'm probably gonna have to let go of Fortnite. Although Fortnite plays its role in society, it's a temporary distraction, and it's a temporary pleasure that can make you feel good temporarily. It's not going to be likely a lifelong purpose. Although there are some that are streaming and making full-time income from that. Well, that to each its own. For me, I don't see that's how my life going. So I think this is a distraction for me, and I'm gonna be letting go of Fortnite this coming year. So I got more organic whole foods from the grocery store. I just got a haircut, and now I'm gonna let go of this too. So now I'm making space. What I'm doing right now is making space to show up. This is my intention for the year. Show up, take trades every morning, do trading every morning. And if I'm not executing trades, I'll be studying at least studying, if not taking trades. That's number one. Number two is to exercise every single morning. I've been doing pretty well at that anyway. Waking up early every day, I believe in it. I'm a firm believer in it, waking up early. I really am. Some people say this and some people say that. At some point in time in life, and this is what I'm realizing as a 27, almost 28 years old, is that you have to decide who you are. You have to remember who you are, and you have to decide what you believe. And at some point, you have to cut off distractions. You have to cut off things that you don't believe, that you don't agree with, that you don't resonate with. And you need to cut those things off so you can focus on what you actually do believe, what your values are, what your principles are. You have to decide what that is so you can focus, right? And so that's the key basis of life. So that's what I'm gonna do. Building my team. Obviously, you guys know I've been part of network marketing for 8+ years now. I hit 6-figure income 5 years ago as well, and I've lived my life a little bit over these last 5 years, and now here I am. It's 2025, and I said, I'm still 27 years old, and I think I want to be a part of network marketing for the next 5 years. I want to be part of trading Forex for the next 5-10 years easily. Definitely the next 5, maybe 10, maybe longer, but long enough consistently, and to go on a run that's not for 3 months or for 6 months, but as a part of my life, as my profession, traveling the world, motivating people, inspiring people. How could you have a better career than that? I mean, what is more fun and more awesome than to travel the world, meet new people, and inspire and motivate them to be the best version of themselves? How could anything be better than that? To me, this is my dream profession. This is everything they've ever wanted. And to be able to do that every single day is a privilege and is not an entitlement. It's a privilege. It's not an entitlement. It's a privilege. Being a network marketer and being an entrepreneur, right? Being an entrepreneur and being a network marketer, and being a Forex trader and being an investor, it's all virtually similar things, but it's a privilege. It's not an entitlement. And it's part of us being here on planet Earth, is inspiring and motivating each other to be our best self, to evolve, right? To evolve over the years and over the decades, and to build lasting relationships and to develop other people's minds and include other people in your life. And that's the power of network marketing. The power is that you get to develop relationships with other people, and you get to inspire and motivate each other to be the best version of yourself. So to be involved in an industry like trading Forex, where there is absolutely no cap on your income, absolutely no cap on your income, There's ways that you can make $1,000 a day. There's ways to make $10,000 a day. There's ways to make $100,000 in a single day. This is the thing. Not a lot of people do it. It's not like a common experience for people, although it's something that's possible. And to me, while we're here, why not see what's possible? Why play it completely safe? Why not take a little bit of risk? Why not have a little bit of adventure? And so that's gonna be my goal, for me to actually focus on that this year and to actually go deep into it this year. I'm gonna have to let go of Fortnite. I'm gonna have to just let go of it. I just feel like it's a distraction for me. So that's gonna be part of my New Year's resolution. Also is, instead of eating the foods growing up, and this is just for me, like, but foods growing up that we would eat, I was eating them this last year just to kind of experience that, integrate that human experience. But now it's like, I'm pretty much ready to get into my healthy diet, at least most of the time. I'm gonna gradually transition. So I might go 80-20 in the beginning for the first month or two, and then I'm gonna switch to 100. At some point, I'm gonna go 100. And if I'm not 100, I'm just gonna raise my standards to what the 20 is. But either way, 80-20 is a good rule and I don't want to be exceptional. I don't want to be exceptional. My goal is not to be exceptional above the rest. My goal is to find a good system that everyone can do. And that's pretty much what I believe is the best solution for everyone. I believe I have that, but also I'm just by myself. So I can't actually say I have everything, just answers by myself. So, partnering up with EA Economy and building network marketing, being a part of the EA Economy team, building relationships and with some of the people that I've built with before, as well, where multiple people were making six-figure incomes. And this was several years ago. But to think now, like, to me, like, I'm only 27 years old. Like, that's actually insane to me that I'm only 27 years old, that I hit six figures in a single month as a 22-year-old, and that I'm only 27 right now and I still have my whole life in front of me. The fact that I still have the rest of my 20s, all my 30s, all my 40s, all my 50s, and so on and so on. God-given, right? God forbid, right? With the blessings of God, to understand I got all that time, 60s, 70s, and 80s, so on and so forth. And to think to myself that I've already been studying reverse aging and immortality and stuff like that and healing, that I pretty much feel safe and comfortable that I'll be healthy for a long period of time and that anyone around me also will be. Although, to the grace of God, anything can happen. So just know we have so much time. And I said, you know what? How do I want to live my life? How do I actually want to live my life? I said, okay, I want to make space. I want to make space for, eating healthy every day. I want to make space for, maybe I'm going to find a partner at some point that's actually aligns with my values. Someone that I could take to my own church. Someone that I could take to my church. Someone that I could raise a family with. And I said, maybe this will happen this year. Maybe it'll happen sometime this year. Maybe it could. It's possible. And I said, okay, well, there's some things that I got to let go of to make space for that. And so we got to make space for that. And, I'm only 27, so we're really not in a rush here. And even if I did find a partner, this would be only the first year of the relationship anyway, likely. So, and life is long. So, you really got to get to know people over several years and years and years to really know them and to grow with them and to evolve with them. And that's really what life is about. It's about relationships. It's about growing with people, evolving with people, right? Not being exceptional above and saying I'm better, but to say, look, who is my group, right? What groups am I involved in, right? What groups am I involved in? And you got to know who these people are and you got to develop them. Don't look at people as they are. Look at them for who they could become. See the real them inside of whatever they're showing you, even if it's not the real them. Like, be able to look deep inside someone and see who they really are, and then see what they need to let go of too. And hold people accountable in a gentle, loving way, right? At the end of the day, hold people accountable in a gentle, loving way. And be real with people and have some intensity sometimes when you need to. And some people are like that. It's all personality types, right? It's personality types. Some people are like that. And some people are more on the gentle, calm, humble side. So find your friends and let them be who they are. And build that team, build that group, and get involved with EA Economy and be a part of this over the next couple years, and build your team and get a residual income as well. work alongside me, trade with me, build with me. And then at some point we're going to come to your city, right? Or sometime perhaps you'll come to my city and we'll do sort of what we did last time. And also this is another cycle. So yep, EA Economy, I'm getting involved with this. I'm meeting people that are involved in this as well. And it's similar to other companies that we've done before. And it's another season. It's another way to make extra money online from home in a couple extra hours in a day, a couple extra hours in a week, part-time, get a little bit of momentum going. And for some that choose this can become a profession. For me, it's a profession. For me, for some people, it's their part-time income. It's making an extra couple $1,000s that's going to help them get out of that jam, right? Or you just never know what it is. But for me, my passion is traveling the world, meeting new people, inspiring people, and building communities. And then, hey, let's build the architecture. Let's get creative. This is crazy out there for some people, but I'm an artist, so I think to myself, down the road, what could I create with infinite income and with infinite people and with people who have vision? People, I have these ideas for architecture. I'm also an architect, so I think, what kind of buildings and sculptures would I create when I'm 45, or when I'm 55, or when I'm in 60? Right? When I'm 50s, 40, 50, 60 years old. And then, what would I actually do? Like, think about that. And I see my whole life, and I can feel the vibration around my 30s, around my 40s, around my 50s, around my 60s, 70s, 80s, and beyond. Right? And that's what I believe. I feel that. And it may be too soon for me to know what 70, 80, 90 looks like. But I would imagine it's going to be similar to 60. But I don't know. Imagine to be very similar, and what would actually change. I personally believe we're going to live a very long time in this life. And I believe that at very minimum, the new age to grow to be is like 150 easily. Like 150 easily. I think 100 is insanely young. 150 is like not that old. And for me personally, like over 300 easily. For the average person, 150. But like if they believe what I believe, eventually it'll be 300. But once again, like that sounds crazy. So I don't even need to be saying that. I don't even need to be saying that often. Right? Like talking about eternal life and all this. But I'll say it every now and then, because life is long, and I would love to extend people's life before I even get to the point where it's old enough to you can even realize that I also extended my own life. I'm too young to even know. Oh, I'm 27, like, yeah, eternal life. Okay, let's see you get to 185 first, and then we'll talk, right? But it's like, okay, well, that's 160 years from now. So, well, we're going to be here for a while. So anyway, eternal life, I stand firm on it. Although there's not really much to be done other than just show up in today and this year, right? There's things that can be done. Don't get me wrong. There's things that can be done. And that's what the work is for. That's what, the why, the purpose, creating these communities where the beliefs of eternal life are held, right? And getting these teachings into churches, getting these teachers into schools and then to gradually get them in over the next several decades. And so that people know how to extend their life and how to live eternal life, how to be in the presence of God, all these stuff, like these other teachings that we've got to get them into book format. Okay? Get them into book format. And that's what I'm thinking. I'm really thinking about having the right woman is an important part, of my life. And to have that person is really important to me, and I've got to make that a priority. I got to make that a priority. I got to trust my intuition, trust God, and really just, trust that. Like, I have to trust that. And to have some types of groups and inner circles where we can go deeper into detail on these teachings, we've got to have those inner circle groups where we can go deeper into that stuff that can't really share everything right here on this big video, that's broad. I mean, it's a very broad audience here that we're hitting. It's not very specific, and that's why there's a way to create inner groups and that type of stuff. And so only for certain people can I share that. Those that are ready for it, like the diehards, like the diehard Jesus followers, the diehard right? Like that type of stuff. So I'm only 27, but like just like people that are like eternal life, going to heaven, new earth, like all this stuff, like those people, like I said, even for that, like I'm only one person, bro. Like I can't do everything by myself. I'm gonna need a whole team and a whole staff to even do this. Like I can't even do it by myself. So like I can't, like for one person, bro, I can't even do this all by myself. Like it's honestly, like I need my woman, I need like probably children, I need probably like a staff, like bro, like so like I'm 27. We're gonna see this play out 5-10 years. You know, maybe a little bit down the road, we'll get a little bit more focused on the eternal life stuff. But right now, like, you know, we got to build our businesses, our teams, and lay the foundations right now. So, you know, brick by brick. And we already talked about a lot of these communities and the education that's going into these communities. Specifically, like we talked about, like the Adam teachings and stuff. Like we talked about this earlier this year, guys. For those of you that are still following, and so once I have my wife, my bride, once my bride is here, and then also like any children we have, and then the staff, because we really need a staff. Like, you know, my parents are doing pretty well. Like they're doing fine. My family, my grandparents, like, you know, we have the church here. I'm like, you know, if we can get some things going in this church, that would be good. Like, and so, yeah, I'm just needing a little bit more time and develop, and then, you know, have the right people that are locked in. So, and I think it all comes down to the conversations you have. Like it really just does. It comes down to the conversations you're having, and you know what conversations are we having. And there's a lot of details, but that's what it comes down to, guys. So that's New Year's resolution. You know, being a human as a 27-year-old. I mean, even said Jesus was 33. So I mean, I'm only 27. So I'm pretty young still. I'm pretty much overall ready as far as like understanding, like if you just watch some of these teachings, it just takes time to develop. Like it really does. Like it just takes time to develop. But that's gonna be my resolutions for this year, guys. It's 2025. It's about to be 2025. So get into the group, get into EA Economy, start trading as well. Get involved with the group and start thinking about your area, think about the community, think about what you can actually do. And it's all about supporting each other, you know, at the end of the day, realizing we're on the same team, and we you know, we're working together on the same team. Spiritual moving numbers of people quantum under spiritual truths with vision. Or Adam began creation doing everything for God. Home is Jordan's kingdom, love moving numbers of people, quantumly respecting spiritual truths under vision with excellence. Okay, so it's all about gradual habits. I used to think it was about being a perfect person and having perfect habits, although that sounds like a good idea. It's really not that. It's really more of having good enough habits and being a part of a group that also has good enough habits as a group and has the overall vision as a group. And you as an individual don't have to be perfect or exceptional in any way, in the sense of you can't be too far ahead of the group. As much as I have a time traveler, as much as I have insight to the future, I still have to be here in 2025. You know, other than, you know, having a small group, a private group of people that wants to time travel into these spaceships that I talk about, which seems insane for some people, but for some of you who are open to that type of stuff, which I've met many of these people that are open to this, and we do have these conversations. But for those of you that, you know, are just becoming aware of this and stuff, it's going to be normal for everyone eventually. So you might as well hear the conversation now. The sooner we know about this conversation, the more it's just going to gradually be normal. So talking about spaceships. A spaceship, although is a physical thing, it's also a metaphor. And I just want you to keep that in mind. Like, not everything I say is literal, and sometimes it's a metaphor. So just keep this in mind. A spaceship is just like a ship at sea. And a ship at sea is just like a train of thought, and a train of thought is just like a tunnel that you're scoping in on. A spaceship is just a unit of measure of something that we're both focusing on. Like this video can be its own spaceship that'll take you to another planet. Like, what is this video? Like, words are a limitation. This entire video is a spaceship that's going to take you to another planet, right? So just understand this video could also be a train that's taking you down to another destination. So think about that, consider that, feel that, know that, like, just know like that's how it works. And so as much as I can have a perfect schedule, and I always want to have a perfect schedule, you know, and realistically, it's really not that hard to create that, you know, and it really just comes down to discipline. But also, you know, I got to make sure every one of my team's good. I got to make sure my people's good, my family's good. and everyone, and we kind of just have to blend in together. And so, whoever you're with, like if I have a preference of being a certain way around someone, that might be different than if I'm by myself or than if I'm with this person, because I might have to be a little bit flexible based on the situation. So I can't necessarily be so perfectly strict because I have to be flexible to blend in with the situation. So we got to have the group goal, but also realize you have to meet people where they are. You have to meet yourself where you are. Even you have to meet the group where the group is. I can sit here and say I'm from the future all day long, but reality is I still have to be in the group to evolve the whole group. I can't, I have the future downloads, just listen to me, but we're not in the future yet. We're in 2025. So understand, guys, we're in 2025. That's my video. If I could make a thumbnail, there's a way to put captions on this. Maybe we'll put edits on this. Maybe we'll put art. I don't know. I'm looking for a content director for this at some point, just because I just have so many things to do that I just can't do everything all at once. And as much as I can do this every now and then, I would prefer to have a content person for this, and I would just send them, they will do it for me, or we will work together in some way. That's what I would prefer. I would still prefer that. I'm still looking for that. I have not found that person. Hopefully we find that person soon. That's going to enhance the quality of this content by a lot. There's also a way to monetize a channel. There's also a lot of things about YouTube that I do not know how it works. So we're going to have to figure that out or learn or something. So we're going to adapt, guys. 2025 is going to be a year of adaptation. We're going to adapt. We're going to learn how to be in the group. We're going to learn how to share what's needed in the moment that is needed. Try not to get too far ahead, even though I technically know what's going to happen. Although, it's more fun if you don't know exactly what's going to happen. Although, if you kind of start to know what's going to happen, that's also fine. But just remember, you're creating your life. You have control of what you're doing, and you can't really control other things other than how you're looking at that in your own way, through your own life. So, if that makes sense. So, anyway, guys, we're going to edit this up, hopefully make a video in 2025. So, 2025, here we come.